right. Good afternoon, everyone. First, thank you so much, Vice President Johnson, for that kind introduction, and thank you to AVID for inviting me to speak here today to all of you. And before I get going, let me just give a quick shout out to our team that's here from Metro Nashville Public Schools, including several of our school board members who strongly believe in AVID. Team MNPS, I'm going to ask you once again to stand to your feet to be recognized. As y'all can tell, we are a family. I love my team. I love my team. I do. I must also give a shout out to my wonderful supportive family sitting here in the front row. They support everything about the work that we do. So thank you all for being here and for your continued support. It's a lot of us, I know. I promise you we're not trying to overwhelm you, but I hope our strength in numbers shows the strength of our belief in the power of AVID. I also want to say hello to all the new friends we've already started making here at Summer Institute, not only from our home state of Tennessee, but also our hosts here in Florida, our neighbors in Georgia, Missouri, Virginia, Alabama, and North Carolina, as well as South Carolina, Louisiana, Maryland, Ohio, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, the Department of Defense, Illinois, Minnesota, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Texas, Utah, and Washington. I am an educator. In Metro Nashville Public Schools, we have a mantra that highlights our mission, and that is every student known. This grew out of the devastating tornado that hit Nashville in March of 2020, which was followed quickly by the crisis that hit every district a few days later that month. Between the tornado and the pandemic, we realized that we needed to have a better handle on how our students were doing. We needed to understand what they needed. This was what parents and other stakeholders were telling us, so it wasn't just a light bulb moment coming out of my office. It was what was swelling up in our community. Every student known means that we want to understand every student as an individual. We want to know their likes, dislikes, their interests, their passions, their aspirations, what makes them tick, all so that we can serve every student as well as possible and create personalized learning experiences that will help to put them on a path to success. For example, our academies of Nashville work to steer students in our 12-zone high schools into career academies so that they can explore potential jobs based on the interests they tell us about. So, if a student is interested in a career as a doctor or nurse, we offer a healthcare academy. If a student is interested in finance, we offer business academies. The same is true for students interested in careers in design, automotive maintenance, coding, aviation, teaching, engineering, and so much more. When we say every student known, we also mean expanded career-based learning opportunities that allow our students to learn and earn during the school day to get a head start in their career with earning power. Again, all based on what they're telling us about what they want to do. We work hard to offer a great education to every child, not by accident, but by design. I really want to stress the listening that's required in all of this. Do you hear where your students are heading? Do you know them? Do you understand their needs and the supports you can provide to meet those needs? Be thinking about this as you move through the next couple of days here at Summer Institute. Why are you here? And what do you hope to take back to your very own district? When I think about making sure every student is known, I often think about my many years of experience with AVID. In fact, my first encounter with AVID was when I was an assistant principal at Glencliff High School in Nashville. The training I went to in Dallas way back in 2011 was one of the best trainings I've ever witnessed. This was professional development at its best. It just made so much sense. It was actually full of common sense, because AVID is about using the building blocks of a strong education to reach students, to inspire them, and then to propel them towards post-secondary and career success by raising the expectations for themselves. It's just good teaching, plain and simple. In fact, I loved it so much that I eventually became an AVID staff developer. But even though AVID is full of common sense, not everyone gets it. Do you know what I mean? That's hard to believe, right? You see, common sense doesn't always translate to common practice. When I was getting ready to start my first high school principal job, the administrator who hired me was talking about letting AVID go. He thought it was outside the mission of the school. He thought AVID was just another program. What? But he just hadn't spent enough time paying attention to AVID's true mission and understanding what it does. So I told him I thought that was the wrong way to go, and fortunately, I won that argument. My supervisor said he would give me 1 year to show just what AVID could do. Well, don't give me a challenge if you don't want to get a big response. And when I got to that job at Antioch High School, I said, we're going to go wall to wall with AVID. We're going to make sure every single student could benefit from AVID. And it's a big, big high school with more than 2,200 students when I was there. But I knew AVID could handle the workload. I knew even before we came up with the mantra of every student known, that it would indeed help make sure every student is known. And it would help us reduce and eliminate some of the inequities that we saw every single day. AVID and the great team of educator leaders I worked alongside helped us do exactly that at Antioch High School. Antioch was in rough shape when I got there. It needed turning around, and AVID helped us turn it around by reaching every student. At the end of that school year, Antioch became the first zone high school ever to be named a Tennessee Reward School, which is the highest distinction a school can earn in the state of Tennessee. And AVID had so much to do with that, and we became an AVID National Demonstration School as well. Listen, let's not talk about return on investment there. You see, AVID's not just for the kids in the AP classes. It's not for the kids in the middle, too. It is for the kids in the middle, too. It's about believing that all students can be college and career ready. Because AVID has so much to offer to students. It's so many things. It's a college application coach. It's a motivational speaker. It's an organizational toolkit. It's a study guide. It's actually rocket fuel for your journey to become what you're able to be. AVID teaches, it inspires, it pushes, it makes you believe, and not just believe, but know that you can do things you never thought possible before. And sometimes that's all a young person needs. They've got the skills, they've got the smarts, they just need a little swagger. They need the confidence, that self-belief. When we talk about rallying around students, that's what we mean. That's what AVID does. And that's what it did for one of my favorite students at Antioch High School, Marina Assad. Marina was born in Egypt and was enrolled in the English Learners Program when she started in our district at the age of 10. Her parents were very supportive of her, but their own English was still developing. And Marina felt she needed a support system at school too. AVID provided that support system. It helped Marina close the achievement gap. It gave her encouragement about her abilities and potential, and it helped her a lot with organization, which she says she really needed. AVID provided that support system. AVID closed the opportunity gap. despite her limited English proficiency, despite her ethnicity, despite her economic status. AVID gave her a path of possibility. Marina loved AVID so much, in fact, that after she graduated from Antioch in 2014 and went on to get her college degree, she came back to Metro Nashville Public Schools to teach AVID for several years at Wright Middle School. And just last month, Marina earned her doctorate degree in education, and she's now the Dean of Students for our Freshman Academy at Glencliff High School, which is one of the most diverse high schools in our beautifully diverse district. You can tell by the smile on my face I was so proud to be Marina's principal. And now I'm proud to lead a district that continues to lift up students like Marina by putting AVID at the core of everything we do. I'm sure many of you have heard a great quote by Jay Danzy, who's a brand strategist and speaker. It goes like this: your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card. How you leave others feeling after an experience with you becomes your trademark. I'd like to propose an AVID theme offshoot to that, saying, your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card, and the strength you get from AVID becomes your future. AVID can change lives and careers. It has made me a better educator. It has made so many of our students more self-reliant and confident and powerful. It has made Metro Nashville Public Schools a better school district. And I know it can do the same for everyone here by making every student known. So I want you to go away from here with the AVID leadership framework ringing in your ears as you return to Alabama and Connecticut and Illinois and New Mexico. Here's what the AVID leadership framework calls for. Number one, insisting on rigor. That means not removing any AP courses from the curriculum, right? Number two, breaking down barriers. We have to do everything we can to identify and eliminate inequities in our schools and in our communities. Number three, aligning the work. All arrows should be pointing in the direction of college and career readiness for all students. And number four, advocating for students. Yes, all students. We don't leave out or discount or ostracize students based on sexuality or race or religion or anything else. Every student known means every student. But we can't help our students if we aren't all working together. This is about collective educator agency and our collective impact on young people. So, look to the person on your left. Look at the person on your left. Took us a second, that's okay. Now, look at the person on your right. Simple task here. I want you to take a moment, give both of them a smile, give them a fist bump, and give them your commitment to take AVID home and give your community students everything you can to help them succeed. My closing words. We've got this, y'all. AVID for possibilities. We are AVID. We are AVID.